Hi, good afternoon. Today we're going to be talking about how to create a record using BCONNECT. When you need to have you have the need to create a record. Well, every time you have a new lead, let's say is your own referral, or let's say you have a event, marketing event or grassroots event, and then you have a lead card and you need to put on in the system that information. All right, so this is what you do. Just first, you need to log in, of course, and this is what you will see on your BConnect. All right, and then you're gonna go here and create the record on the left top, right here. All right, so let's say that this is your own referral. Let's say just a referral name and information. Okay, so then just go here on where it says please specify a name. So you're gonna go here where it says self-generated and then click OK. Okay, once you're there, let me just open this up a little bit more. All right, once you're there, you're going here title. If it's Mr. or Mrs., you don't really have to use this one, this option here. So I'm just gonna type the first name. This is just a fake name, of course. I'm just gonna use my own name and test. I'm gonna type my own information here. Okay. And remember to add all the information you can at the beginning. The Medicare number, Medicaid number, if that's the case, gender, all right, phone number. Okay, okay, to email, here you can say yes or no. If you have the email address, you can type it. If it's not, then just click no. If you're not going to type anything on the email, make sure this one here is answer has no, because the system is not gonna allow you to continue. All right, so the address, just type the address. The city, sorry, it's Tampa. The county, it says Hillsborough. Zip code. All right, long-term care resident, well, it's no. Permission to call, you always have to select yes. If you select no, of course you cannot call the person. Permission to call source, how you got the permission to call. In this case, it was an inbound call. Could be a lead card. Make sure you keep your lead cards available and storage them just in case. All right, inbound call. So in this case, this is a Medicare Advantage, but it could be Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plan and Medicare supplement plan. So I will just select all three. Member, well, he is not a member yet, so just gonna click no. Provider name, you can do that if you want. You don't really have to provide this information here, but I do it. I usually have my own Excel sheet where I type the doctor's information. All right, so next you're gonna save it. All right, the system is gonna try to find other matches in this. So sometimes if the match is found, just continue, because you're not gonna use the same one that is already in the system, because it probably is already closed. So anyway, you need to reopen the lead. This is the right way to do it. All right. All right. So in this case, this says no local matches found. All right. We're gonna click and check mailing list, and we're gonna create a new one. All right. Street number is out of range, means that this is obviously this is a fake address. So, all right. Oh, so okay. Once you get to this point, you're going to open a new opportunity. All right. So sometimes you have to deal with the power of attorney or the caregiver. So in this case, Luis Tez is both primary contact or the applicant. Primary contact would be the power of attorney or the caregiver or even the wife or a spouse. Organization or association, do not worry about this. Just make sure you put the category, product category, and if the person is responsible for his or her own decisions or not, and just click OK. All right. So once you're there, I always recommend to type notes. So always, 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 if you have this person, this information, probably you already had a conversation. So you're gonna create the notes. Um, Luis effective date is next month. Current has group coverage, something like that. All right. And then you just type your initial, right? Anyway, always type notes, all the notes you can. If you spoke to someone else, if the person gave you the permission, make sure you type those notes here. This is going to help you in the future if something goes out. And then just save it. All right. So before you continue, make sure you have all the tabs available. So the first thing you have to do is just open your needs assessment tab. This is a very a great source, a topic of conversation when you have the first contact with your prospect. So first, of course, the person needs to have Medicare Part A and Part B. So does this person has Medicare Part A? You say yes. If it's no, always type no. B is okay. Also remember, we need to know if the person is receiving any dialysis for kidney failure. If that's the case, the person does not qualify, or the prospect do not qualify for our Medicare Advantage plans. This case is no. Now here's what I told you earlier. This is a great guidance or guide for conversation and what to ask. Sometimes at the beginning it's hard to come up with the right questions. So you can ask on your own way and what coverage they have, if they have a Medicare supplement or employer coverage. All right, what is that they like about the plan they have right now? If it's the premiums, copays, assistance, or if they receive assistance, if they have a Medicare and Medicaid. All right. So what doctors they have, if they are unhappy with the doctors, if they would be willing to change. I mean, all those questions, they're very important. All right. And you can type the information here or not, but make sure all the info, I would rather to keep it on my notes because it's easier for me to access those in the future. And also what is important to you and your health coverage. Some people might say, well, I like low copays, or some people might say, well, I want the best coverage. I want to access all the doctors in the state of Florida and different states, or it's just people don't care. So make sure you ask those questions. All right. And also, do you have any other health needs we should consider? Very important. That person might need some cancer treatments, and we need to also to ask which hospitals are they using for those chemos or any other medical treatment, and make sure that we double check if those providers are in our network. Okay. So now you notice that since we selected yes on Medicare Part A and Part B and no on this option, then you have all the tabs available. The next step is the plan comparison. You're not going to use this one just yet, because today we're just learning how to create a new lead, or I'm sorry, a new contact, right? So after you do that, just gonna type here on record lookup, select record lookup, or outbound, depends. Maybe the person calls you. So in this case, it's just record lookup, and then just select again record lookup here. Make sure you do the same disposition for two sections of this lead on BCONNECT. Remember, we have two sections: main sections, contact, and opportunities. All right, so you're gonna click finish, but before you click finish, check it out what's gonna happen. All right, it's gonna ask you for the effective date. So make sure you type that information. All right, so in this case, we are right now April 4th, so we're gonna select May 1st of 2019. You save it. Now you have to create an opportunity, a future activity. Every single time you open a lead on BCONNECT, then you have to do something with the lead, and you have to create a task for the future. So schedule a task. All right, existing task, usually just select the first one that appears here. What time? Let's say I'm gonna call this person tomorrow. At what time? Let's say I'm gonna call around 4 p.m. What type? Of course, it's a callback. Reason sales. You don't worry about other options. Always the reasons should be sales, right? And just type the nose test. I'm just gonna close it because this is just a test. I don't really care about this. This is only for exercise, so I'm gonna save it. All right, now we're gonna go back here and then record lookup, and finish it. Now you're gonna be able to close it, or to better disposition this call, or this lead, I'm sorry. Once you're there, you disposition opportunities. Notice that this position is on 0 right here. See this? Here in the bottom says 0 open. So the opportunity is already closed. So you're gonna do the same. You're gonna disposition this lead on the contact section. And we go in here and just click finish. Keep in mind that we still have different options here. In this case, it's just record lookup and finished. All right, and this is how you create a new record using BCONNECT.